Okay, I have a little bit of time in my day. Not a huge amount, but a little bit. And I want to continue on with my experiments to see how intuitive the game is without me thinking about it or looking up wikis or anything. And I want to actually look at the recruitment. I want to see how we can sort of go about this. So we're going to just put recruitment on. And we're just going to sort of see how we're going with this. So my understanding is, where's our recruitment world? Recruitment world. Is you have to have apothecaries on your... You have to have apothecaries upon your recruitment world. And you have to have apothecaries upon your home world. This was what the YouTube comments explained to me. So we're just going to offload a few of them. Where's... Okay, so you need to be transferred to 10th company because you are a company apothecary. Transfer... Why can I not transfer you to anywhere else? That's weird. Very weird. Right. Oh well. Oh no. Oh, that's interesting. So the company apothecaries show up here for easy access as viewing in one place, and they show up. Okay, that's actually good. That's a good idea. Interesting. Okay. Now, as I was saying, I'm playing the Red Scorpions because GNC purists. Oh, this is Carib before he became a dreadnought. Yeah, it's interesting. Very old school word bearers, the color scheme thing of these guys. But alas, we are not worrying about that right now. So we basically, my goal is I want to just fuck around with the scouts. Not scouts, fuck around with recruitment. And then everyone else can go do their own thing while we also experiment with building more forges and hopefully kind of see how this sort of looks. So we're gonna basically we'll try and distribute scouts evenly. I reckon one battle barge and a couple of strike cruisers per attack group, because as I said, I think the optimal strategy is about 300 marines per camp attack group. So we are all here. Hide chapter management. I want to again just to see. So let's... Yeah. The fact you can actually... It's cool that the sectors are bigger now, I must admit. Although, I do miss in the old one when it was a little bit like you didn't always get Tau or you didn't always get Chaos. It did make life easier, but I do know that and appreciate that that's probably not the most fair, because you could get, easy modes where you only had orcs to deal with, sort of thing. Here we go. There are 29 point of apothecary resource groups available recruit scene. There is 3.29% chance of producing a successful recruit this month on the basis of apothecary time available to screen. More apothecaries will be required on the planet's surface. We could also deploy garrisons to make populations more friendly to our chapter. Interesting. So I'm guessing building defenses, having marines on the planet and stuff like that goes in aid of such things. That's kind of interesting in itself. So looking again, so recruitment. So that makes sense. fortress monastery. And then we can build a forge. So we could build a small chapter forge. Then we could upgrade it with 2,000 requisition. That makes sense. And then let's say we get 2 tech marines. And we unload them to the small chapter forge. Okay, so deselect the battle barges. Right, so that's one attack group. Now we can formulate a second attack group. And now we have a third attack group. Okay. See, this is making a bit more sense. So, I guess we'll head them south. Right, so we've got 3 primary attack groups. And what I want to do is build up some requisition and then mess around with upgrading chapter forges and fucking around from there. So, Tyranid Presence 1. So we've got 3 companies and some 10th company marines. Bolt pistols. Flanking lictor. I always meant to do because it's such a meme for me personally, maybe not so much the channel, but a meme for me personally, the flanking lictor. I always meant to make a diorama, and it would be a Devastator squad, and then there'd be a lictor behind them, and maybe like trench line, like a trench line, a ruined tree, with a lictor behind it, and then maybe scouts or maybe 5 devastators and a couple of scouts, because the scouts were always, deployed in the back with sniper rifles, and then just the caption flanking lictor. It would make sense to no one but me, but it would kind of be appealing in a bit of a way. I don't know. So forge. Tech marine vehicle experience from a small forge bank. That's 5. Oh, there we go. Apothecary points underneath. Right. So, go to recruitment. Aha! Right. So that makes sense. Okay. So we have a neophyte. 127 turns or 127 months in order to become a full scout brother. And it's the 3 point whatever % chance it was built up with having 3 apothecaries. Yeah, 3.29% chance of producing a successful recruit every month. Right, so there's 3 apothecaries on there and a tech marine. I guess the tech marine's probably bored, but this was more me. First, 4th, 5th, and 10th company. That's not bad either. My librarians are never great, no matter what playthrough I do. Also, Olympia. I thought that was Exterminatist. I always got the impression that the Dark Angels didn't do it. It was an Ultramarine Imperial Fist task force after the heresy during the Scouring that did it. Selective Purge. Let's get everyone involved. Right, and now just launch another purge. Burn them all down to the ground. gonna head back there and try and deal with that. Ah, Serenity. That was one of the names I put in back in the old thing, the old alpha, and I put it, yes, because of the show. Which, honestly, it's kind of a funny one, because I don't actually, heretical thought, I don't actually think Firefly was that great. I know, like, shocking, but I just, it was average. Maybe slightly above average. Mark 8 errant armor. Now, the only downside, oh no, they were returned back to the company, the ship. That's good. I appreciate the auto reload. Geez, lots of Tyranids today. But as I said, my goal is either I'm going to have to cut this short because my time allotment will be gone. And, or, alternatively, I'm hoping to get a scout. There we go. Right. Yeah, it decreases them by 1, but Moderatus is much better at dealing with than a significant force. See, that librarian actually can't cast Smite, and 6 lictors were killed. Armored Luminous, good. Oh. Peoples. Why is there not... I didn't assign them to Forge, did I? Did I? Ah. We go Armamentorium, we go into the Forge. Assign to Forge, here we go. Right, so those are assigned to the Forge, okay, good. So that's sorted. Right, as I said, this is probably unriveting gameplay, but this is literally me experimenting and trying to figure shit out. Because as I say, I could easily, because I am on the Chapter Master Discord, I just don't play on Discord much outside my own server anymore. And even then, it's literally just to post memes. I kind of lost everything, really. The motivation to do or be anything, really. This year has been kind of shit in kicking me down. So I kind of haven't really, I've just done what I always do and fall back into myself. But as I was saying, I could ask these questions on the Discord, and I could be more socially active and kind of, go on the 1d6 page and figure it out. But part of my solitary nature, I actually like to figure shit out on my own and go, okay, is this intelligent enough for me to figure it out without needing help? Because I hate in video games when they hold your hand, but I also 100% know sometimes you do need a hand. And once things figure it out, they really do. Like I said, when I played Dark Souls and Dark Souls 2 for the first time, I played them in tandem. So when I was playing Dark Souls 1, when I was getting so psychotically frustrated I wanted to Alt F4, I would stop playing it for a couple of days and swap to Dark Souls 2. And then I'd play that, and then when I got annoyed at that, I'd swap back to 1. I was building up transferable skill sets with similar enough gameplay that, I was helping myself out. And where was it? The Flexile Sentries. Once I figured out it took me like 12 goes in Dark Souls 2 to bash my head against the flexile sentries. But once I did, and I figured it out, it was like a breakthrough, and I just started blitzing through the game. And once I sort of blitzed through the game, and once I hit the next boundary, which was the Rotten, and Rotten's not even that hard of a boss fight. Believe it or not, what was getting me was the Rotten had a free chop swing combo with a final sweep attack, and I could never fucking dodge it. Like, it was just crap for me, because I was shielding. I would either shield and then lose all my stamina and get hit by the swipe, or I would roll to avoid the swipes, and then when the sweep came in, I would still get hit. But anyway, when I switched back to Dark Souls 1, this point of the story, I discovered that my build in Dark Souls 1 was so shit that I completely restarted and did again, because I learnt organically playing Dark Souls 2 how much I fucked up how I fucked up my build. So yeah, I like figuring shit out organically. Now, what I want to do is, because the game was glitching again, is I want to upgrade that small chapter forge, right? Vehicle hangar and upgrade forge. So, we've upgraded the chapter forge, right? Going into forge. Las cutters, boarding shields, company standards, bolt pistols. Forge points 113, 18 points, planetary forges in effect 1, mastercraft chance 3%. You can assign more tech marines to this. So we can build scout armor, we can build jump packs. So we can't build vehicles yet. And these are what we need to upgrade to get armor and equipment, but we need forge points for them. So what you need to do is, let's have a look. No. Chapter forge, right? Required to build vehicles in the forge and general upgrades of the forge. Okay. So that makes all logical sense. So we go back to recruitment. We still only have one recruit, but that's fine. Right, okay. So it's definitely, this is definitely more of a slow burn than the old game, which I guess is good, but it also definitely feels like a more of a rage against the dying of the light, considering how bloody many enemies you have in this version over the old versions. An interesting one. Indeed. Right. We're going to launch a couple of raids, just because I want to try and pin these guys down a bit more. Still that flanking lictor. Oh no, armored luminous. Wasn't a flanking lictor, it was an armored luminous. No, there we go, flanking lictor. Right. Now I'm going to launch another raid to try and drive them back a bit more. I definitely think 3 attack groups, like 3 companies of Marines each, backed up by some scouts, is definitely the optimal attack format. And as I said, I think for my Stormblades, my personal homebrew chapter, I'm going to kind of adapt that into lore. Is that the Stormblades, rather than operating by companies, well, until the Great Rift happened, and the destruction of the homeworld at the hands of the World Eaters, or scouring of the homeworld at the hands of the World Eaters, they operated in 3 primary attack groups of 3 companies, giving them greater versatility and combat firepower, as opposed to single companies. And they operated differently to the Dark Angels or anyone else more traditional of them. Right, extremists. We just bomb. Oh no, they had 818 imperial subjects. Oh no. I mean, it sounds callous, but 818, not really that much. Cleanse by fire. Right, now you can piss off to that one. You guys can hang out here. We're going to launch more bombings. Right, launch attack. Gosh, I am so grateful when those front ranks of orcs just fucking die. It's very daunting watching. Thanks, Company Librarian, for creating pink horrors, because, you know, my day would be incomplete without having some pink horrors. Ooh, unexplored ancient ruins. I have not encountered those before while playing this. If you do wonder, I do play this occasionally in my own time. Not as much as I used to back when it was the alpha, though. Mostly I play Easy Red 2, or I've been getting into Mountain Blade with Fire and Sword again. Which I must admit, yeah, in some ways it doesn't hold up that well, but in other ways, it's actually alright. And I don't know, I like the setting of Fire and Sword. Hello, game? There we go. I'm not even going to talk to orcs. Why would I talk to an orc? There is literally no reason to talk to him. There we go. What I want to do is wipe out those orcs, explore the small ruins. But I also want to land some more tech marines up on the Forge World, and just crank out some bolters or some shit. See if I can get a chance to get a mastercrafted one. I've still got 10 minutes or so before my allotted appointment is due to start. Minor war boss is dead. That's good. No. I want that world. Oh, actually, if I've got the chapter master here, I've got the majority of the tech marines here. I suppose the only ooh. Now that's cool. 26 armor, 10%, 10%. That's nice. See, that's quite cool. Apothecarium. Armatorium. We go Forge. No, we go. You have to go to it on this one. We go Chapter Forge. We go Assign to Forge. Proceed. So we've got 3 at the Forge now. And he'll probably be relieved to be off that rock. Now, I did launch attacks here, didn't I? Lexicanum Larry. I like the idea that Larry has somehow lasted into the 41st millennium. Now, we're going to get a Sternguard veteran squad to unload. Oh, wrong. That's second company. No, wait. Who's that Kanakistan? Unload. No, okay. I really need to keep a better track of Sons of Zealous. Stargazer Pearl, which is a common name, but it always seems to pop up in my playthroughs, but I actually have grown to like it. Like, I should maybe name a 530 requisition. I should actually name one of these Stormblade ships the Stargazer Pearl, just because it's so ubiquitous with my Chapter Master playthroughs. So that means the Chapter Master is here. Okay, so I can actually assign another Tech Marine. Now this is a bit of a risky move. Normally I would do a raid and then do this, but I'm more curious as to, because I'm rapidly reaching the end of my available allotment of time, more curious to see the results, if Free Companies is good enough to do it. So it costs you your tanks pretty much. So I did lose 2 rhinos. The rest were able to be repaired. Okay. Rude. Right. That way. So I basically... How much time have I got? 5 minutes. Right. So we're going to launch another attack. Just to wipe them out. Then we're going to head back to the homeworld, assign off another Tech Marine. And if we've got like 2 minutes or so, I want to just buy a whole bunch of shit with the buy a whole bunch of shit from the forge and see if I can get a... I was thinking of forge, armamentorium, forge, 6.91% chance. That's kind of cool. How? Oh, is it because I didn't purge it properly? Dormant Necron Tomb. Well, we're just going to have to hope it stays dormant. So. Tech Marine. And we're going to go back into the forge. No, we have to go through the front screen, remember. We have to go through this screen. Forge. Assign to forge. Below 1. Proceed. Now, we go forge. Now, we can't build bolters yet, can we? Oh no, we can. We've only got... Okay, we don't really have enough of that, so... Get 2 chain swords. Alright. Oh, I can't do anything because I don't have Kings of Space, which is probably the best thing I should have had. Still, I think the Battle Bard should be able to siege this. No, we want to go that way. Here we go. Right, and now we just watch this. Their battleship is destroyed. Their frigate is, or their cruiser is more interested in trying to destroy my escort. I've still got 3 escorts, so that's good. Boom. Well done. Nice. Major victory. Okay, so Chainsaw was reported completion to STC approved thing. So... Let's build 2 bolt pistols, right? Two bolt pistols. How? When the gene seed is 100% pure? Ooh. Oh, the costs have gone down. Now that's fascinating. That's very fascinating. Right. All standard STC. Okay, so we didn't get any mastercrafted relic ones. Oh well. Right, and with that, my time has run out. I might keep this save file. Why not? It's a good experimental test bed. And I will see you later.